Hi friends, thanks for joining me today. So we are on week number 13 of my card sketches, and the sketches can be found in the annual catalog on page 22. I've also been sharing the actual measurements for that were found on FrenchieStamps.com. So definitely check that out if you want the actual measurements for it. So I will be featuring today 2 new stamp sets that will be available beginning September 4th, and they are found in the mini catalog. Now, my current customers will be receiving the mini catalog soon. I did ship those out. If you have not received yours by the end of August, you should get in touch with me so that I could send out a new one to you. Now, if you're not a current customer of mine and are working with another demonstrator, then they'll send it to you. But if you'd like to become one of my customers, I would be more than happy to send you a new catalog. Click that link that's in the description below the video, and you can request one and I'll ship one right out to you. All right, let's get started. So I've scheduled out the rest of the year my classes that I'll be holding at my home. If you're interested in attending and are local to me, I'm in Goshen, New York, or you're visiting, I'd love to meet you. I'd love for you to attend my classes. Just simply scan that QR code and you can sign up for them. I do have one class coming up August 31st, so it might be a little bit too late for you to sign up for that one. But certainly the one in September, on September 21st, plenty of time to sign up. All right, so sketch number 13 we're working on. So this is the PDF that I found from FrenchieStamps.com, so you can certainly look that up. We're doing sketch number 13, which is in the annual catalog. You can see it right over here. Okay. Now for this sketch, I am using the Mediterranean Blooms DSP, just a little piece of it, but I think it's just so pretty, this DSP. It reminds me of Mediterranean tiles, hence the names. And these beautiful blooms, they are oranges and lemons, and they're just so pretty and so colorful. So we're going to be using the Mediterranean tile type, which is this piece right here. And then I'll show you, if you hang around till the end, I will show you my other 2 cards using different colors. All right, so let's get started. So as I mentioned earlier, I am featuring 2 new stamp sets, Christmas Friends and Sketch Plaid. These will be available in the mini catalog beginning September 4th. Christmas Friends also comes with coordinating dies, but we're not going to use those. All right, my pieces are, where's my sketch again? So I have my card base, which measures 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. I have 2 pieces of basic white, which are 4 inches by 5.25. One piece I already have set up in my Stamparatus because I'm going to be stamping that and also doing some heat embossing. Then I have a flag that I've already created, and this piece measures 4.5 by 2.25. I created this flag area, the little banners, by using the heartfelt hexagon punch. Pretty cool, right? Or you can just use a scissor. That works too. And then basic white, 1.5 by 3.5. And then my designer paper, which is 2 3/4 by 3 inches. And that's all you need for this card. So I want to start with stamping the Sketch Plaid. So I want to, I've already put it in my Stamparatus, so it's already lined up where I need it. I have a little bit of adhesive underneath this so it stays put. And I want to, let's see, we're going to use boho blue. So I'm actually going to ink this up entirely. And you want, even though I'm just stamping, you know, it's not going to fill up the whole card because the stamp is obviously bigger than the card, but you want to do the whole thing because if I were to miss a spot, then that wouldn't be good because it'll leave funny lines. Okay, so we're just going to stamp this down. I use my Expo eraser to give it good pressure. And what's nice about the Stamparatus is that if you don't get good pressure and good image the first time, you can always stamp it again. Lift, look at it. Yeah, see, there's a little bit that didn't do, so we're just going to press a little harder there and see what happens. Still. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to wipe that down. First, let's close this up. You know what I'm going to do? Let me move this just a little bit. I think I'm going to stamp my greeting since this is open. I already stamped my little mouse, and then we're going to color him. And we're going to do Happy Holidays. And I'm going to put this on an angle, say right about there. Okay? And then we can close this up. We don't need it anymore. All right, so let me take that, put that away, put this aside, and let me get my chamois so I can clean off my ink on the plaid. All right, so let's just wipe that down. I have one of my kitties up here who's checking me out. I think it's Ghost, my male kitty. They're so sweet. Okay, so we're going to take I have my embossing buddy. I'm just going to rub that so we remove some of the static. Just rub that all around. Okay. Them on my hands. Then we'll get the Versamark, and I'm going to ink this up again. Like I said, we're going to ink up the whole stamp. You know, I really should put something underneath that. Maybe that's what happened before. Okay. So if you still have your Stamparatus, I'm sure you know how to use it, but just in case you're not sure of how to use it, you want to put some sort of case or something under here. A stamp case is perfect, just so it doesn't damage the hinges. All right, then we're going to stamp this down. Again, good even pressure. I'm just using an Expo eraser, one of those dry erase board erasers. Give it some good even pressure all around. Now, the bad thing with the Versamark is that you really can't see where you're stamping it. Ooh, it's so sticky. Because, let me see if I can see it. There should be like some shininess, but you know what? We're just going to go with it, okay? We'll clean that off after. And let's close up the Versamark. So I am going to put some clear embossing powder on here. Get this stuff out of the way. Oh, looks like a couple of my kitties are in here. My black kitty's in here too, Poutsy. We rescued them. They were living under our shed. Well, the mother was living under the shed. The kitties were born in April of last year and then in September, 2 separate litters. This is optional, of course, you know, but I just thought it added a little bit of extra sparkle and shine. So what you could do with this is you can actually emboss with the clear embossing powder using your ink as well, instead of doing the Versamark. So you can skip one of these steps. All right, I think we're good. Grab that with my reverse tweezers, and we're going to set this aside. Let me warm up my heat tool, get it to come to temperature. I have a silicone mat here that's heat resistant. We're just going to keep moving this around till it starts getting shiny. You want to keep moving it, otherwise you'll scorch the paper. You see the magic starting to happen where it's melting the embossing powder and it's leaving this nice dark blue. Oh, boho blue is what I'm using, so nice boho blue shininess to it. And just keep doing that, moving it around. Put that off, see if we're okay. Just a little bit maybe up here. I think we got most of it. Yeah, it's good. It is good. So let us start to put this card together. I'll put this back. Things flying all over the place. Let's put this on the front. Some glue. We have some liquid adhesive. My favorite green glue. And this will go on the front. We're going to center that right here. And because I'm using the liquid glue, I can move it around and then just press it down. And I'm going to press it a little bit more because it warped a little from heating it. And we're going to put down our banner, and then my DSP, and then I'm going to color the little mouse. And this is going to go on an angle. Right there. I'll give it, I'm looking for like pretty equal spacing, top and bottom, side to side. Okay. Then we're going to lay this piece across. So we'll lay that down and then we'll do our coloring. So many of you have reached out to me and said that you really want to see more masculine cards, so I hope this one fits the bill. I mean, it's blue, right? And you could use it for a masculine card, I think. All right, let me do one more thing here. So what I want to do with this is I like to give it an edge, a little bit of color on the white. Just need to be careful that I let it dry before I start touching it, because what's going to happen is I'll probably get my fingers all inked up and then I'd be cranky. So this just gives it a little bit of character. It makes it look like it has an extra layer. Okay. And we'll set that aside to dry for a minute. All right, sorry about that. My son just yelled up to me. So where was I? Okay, coloring the mouse. Okay, so I am going to use my watercolor markers, watercolor pencils, not markers, to add some color to our little mouse. You could also use your Stampin' Write markers or your blends. I'll add a little bit of Flirty Flamingo to the inside of his ears. I'll give him a little pink nose. Okay. Add a little bit of pink to his paws. Pink here, and his little paws here. We got our Flirty Flamingo down. And then I'm going to do a little bit of the boho blue. I'm sorry, what is this? Balmy blue on the book. We'll leave the pages white. And then let's make it a blue bow. These are very small areas, so I don't really want to add too much color. And we'll do like a, actually, you know what? Let's do Daffodil Delight for the bell. Okay, I started doing it in early espresso, but I think Daffodil Delight would be much better. Okay, and then we'll do basic gray for the rest of the mouse. We'll do his tail. All right, now I'm going to speed this up. So first what I'm doing is I'm adding the darker areas where they've got the lines, kind of like the hair, making that darker. So I'm just pressing harder on that, and then I'm going to go lightly towards the inside of the mouse. All right, we're going to speed this back up again. Okay, now I'm going to use the blender brush to just smooth it out a little bit. The blender pen has some sort of glycerin in it, so it just basically smooths out the lines. I just get confused. One of these sides doesn't work so well anymore. I don't remember which one it is. I'm going to wipe this off. And then do the blue and the book. Oh, this side is dry too. I think I need new blender pens. Let's see if this one works. Yes, there we go. Okay. So I think I need to take this out of my box so I don't keep confusing it. All right, let's do this. There we go. All right, so that is done. Let me add some of the Baker's Twine three color pack. We'll add a glue dot. Pull that up a little. And then we'll just put this right over here. Okay, and then we'll add some of our ombre matte decorative dots. And let's see. Use my take your pick tool to pick these up. Let's go with the darker ones. Put one right here. Actually, no, let's put it up here. So, and then we'll do another one down here. That's going to go there with dimensionals. And we'll do, how about one over here? Right about here. Okay. Oops, one of my pencils got away. All right, let's put this on here so I don't forget. All right, let's get some dimensionals. All right, so we're gonna put this right here, and then I'll show you my other cards. So, isn't that sweet? That just makes me so happy. This cute little mouse. All right, you know what we forgot to do? We need to put this on the inside. So let's do that right now. Okay, and then it'll be done. Okay, there we go. Pretty. And there you have my first Christmas card that I made, or a holiday card since it says Happy Holidays. So I hope you enjoyed that. And let me show you the other cards that I did. So I did this one here using the Sketch Butterflies leaf collection. I also did the heat embossing with the color, what did I use here? Lemon Lolly. And then I did a pretty matching envelope, which I'll do that for this as well. I just didn't bring an envelope with me, so we'll get that done. And then my other card shows another technique. When I was away with my friends, I did not have any embossing folders, but I had a full shape die from my winterly treetops. So what I did is I ran that through the cut and emboss machine face down with my paper over it, and it left a very subtle impression, which I then used my blending brush to give it a little color and Cajun craze. Lastly, I put some DSP on my envelope to make it nice, pretty stationery. So friends, I hope you enjoyed that. Please be sure to leave me a comment. I'd love to read what you think about my cards, and I hope you're enjoying this series with the sketches. We are almost done. We're more than halfway through them. And I will say that in the new mini catalog, there are also sketches in there. And who knows, I might do this again for the mini catalog. There's also tags included in that one. So friends, thanks again for stopping by and watching. Please be sure to give me a like, thumbs up on YouTube, and leave me a comment. That also helps. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you join me. I post videos every Tuesday. If you're interested in my classes, please be sure to scan that QR code, line up for my classes. I'd love to meet you. I'd love for you to join me. We have a great time, lots of fun and laughter, and we make, 2 to 3 cards depending on what it is, or a 3D project. Thanks again, friends. Have a great week. Bye-bye.